morning. We've come down to the big lake in Hanoi, and it's Saturday morning. It's very, very quiet. There's a few locals around, and there's a couple of tourists enjoying the view. And if you have a look, you can see the locals are having a go at fishing in the lake. So I don't know if they're catching anything. I heard some excitement before, but nothing came out, so maybe it was a false alarm. But things are quiet in Hanoi right now. Probably we were talking this morning, about 85% of the population, local population, are wearing masks. There's not that many tourists now that the inbound international flights have been cancelled. So there are some expats and some tourists that are staying on that have long visas like us. And for people in a situation like us, if the current situation hasn't resolved itself by the end of our 3-month visa, then we understand that the Vietnamese government is allowing extensions. So that's an option if we need it. So that's good to know. It's a beautiful day here today. It's probably currently 26 degrees and sunny. We've already had fruit and coffee for breakfast this morning, but we couldn't resist. As we were walking down around the lake, we saw a bakery and they sell like chocolate croissants, and anyone who knows me knows that I can't resist a croissant. It's not one of my favourite things in the world. So it's pretty delicious. I'm happy. Despite everything, still can't help but feel happy that we're here. It's a beautiful country. The people are so nice. We can see that the government is working so hard to keep the number of infected cases to a minimum, and locals are actually being quite welcoming to us, to the extent that when we walked down our stairs from our apartment the other morning, there's this little old lady in our neighbourhood. She'd be like late 80s or something, and she came running up to us and was shaking our hand, like grabbing us, shaking it, smiling, babbling away in Vietnamese. We didn't know what she was saying, but we know that it was her way of telling us that we're welcome, and she wants to show us that. So which was really nice. So we're still having a great experience despite everything. We have to wear a mask except for when you're eating, or like we're sitting in a park away from a lot of people right now. But as we're walking around, we're wearing a mask all the time. Not inside our apartment where there's just the two of us, but when we're outside. But that's okay. If that's the only thing that is the only restriction that we're currently experiencing, we can live with that. So all in all, things aren't that bad.
Rồi, ông kia được con cá rô to chưa?
Just walking past this school here. It's opposite the West Lake in Hanoi. Schools here have been closed since mid-January, I think. So that's going on over 2 months now, and they did that to get ahead of the game as far as trying to tackle the coronavirus by stopping children interacting and perhaps bringing it home. The grounds are starting to go into disrepair. Obviously nothing's been done on them for a while, but I see this little temple for offerings. It's still being looked after, and fresh flowers and bananas, etc. have been put in there.
So hello, today we've gone to the outskirts of Hanoi, about 7 k's from the old quarter, and we've caught a grab to visit the largest underground shopping mall in Southeast Asia. This shopping mall apparently is huge, and it has an ice skating rink, and it's got a rainforest, a water park, and loads of shops. So I'm not really big on shopping, but I I couldn't resist coming and having a look at this place with Paul. So let's have a look. You know, one thing you notice, it's so quiet here. It's huge, really huge, but it's quiet. It's a subterranean shopping centre, so the levels are actually under, you know, below ground level. And as we entered the shopping centre, there was a security guard that checked our temperature before we came in. But it's really quiet, as you can see.
It's actually like a ghost town. It's such a shame. It's a beautiful shopping complex.
So clean and so modern.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it is dead. I have never seen a shopping centre so quiet. But certainly at the moment, a lot of people seem to be avoiding public places as much as they can. Sorry.
This is the ice skating rink at the shopping centre, and as you can see there's no one using it, but there is a man out the front selling tickets. Wow, that's some shopping centre. It's absolutely huge, and I'm really glad that we came out and had a look. But it's really sad as well to see so many of the staff standing around talking and hardly any customers here, because you can't help but wonder how long that can be sustainable for. But we're really glad we came out and saw it. If you're a shopper, I'm sure that you'd love to come out here. It's only about 7 k's on the outskirts of Hanoi, and we took a grab here and it cost about $6 Australian, I guess. Yeah, interesting though.